I've said this a million times on the podcast, that I think from day one, I should have been a Buffalo Bills fan because I fit the stigma of a Bills fan. I'd be jumping through tables all fucking day.
It's time for the Garage Boozing Podcast.
What's up, nerds? And welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. I'm your host, the man with absolutely no plan, the Chase with the face for radio, Chase Sherga. And boy, do I have one hell of an episode for you guys today. I am joined by two very special guests. We have Spencer and Sean, aka Slipfish, from Wolfpak Clothing, and we have a great conversation for you guys today. I've actually known Spencer for many years now. We actually used to work in the same company. We had training together when we both got started, and he eventually introduced me to his brother virtually. But yeah, they're both great guys. They talk all about their clothing company. We talk about Sean, aka Slipfish's new music career. And yeah, I mean, this conversation goes all over the place like we do here in the garage. And yeah, I mean, would you expect anything else? But without further ado, folks, you know what time it is. It's time to sit back, relax, kick your feet up, crack open a cold one, and if you're really feeling fruity, take a shot. Why not? Because this week's episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast starts now.
Oh yeah, in support for the Garage Boozing Podcast, it is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped will help you trim up the family jewels to make everything nice and right for the ladies. Make sure that you're using promo code TGBP20 for 20% off your Manscaped products. Oh yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. Today, I am joined by two very special guests. We have my good friends, Spencer and Sean Sticek from Wolfpak Clothing. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. I've been looking forward to this.
I know.
I'm an avid listener of the Garage Boozing Podcast.
I love that. Thank you for your support. For you, those of you that don't know, me and Spencer actually worked together. What was it, like 5-6 years ago or something like that?
About 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, something like that. We worked for a mobile phone brand in like different markets, but we had training together. So that's how I met him. And we've been following each other on social media. I ended up following his brother right there, Sean. Hi, Sean. And actually, when this is recording, I don't know if you're above me or left. How does it look for you guys? Are we above each other or like, is it side to side?
We're in the right corner of my phone right now, and you're right in dead center of our attention here. Perfect.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, for me, you're above me, but anyway. So yeah, so I ended up meeting his brother from there. I've met Spencer in public. In person. I haven't met Sean in person, but we're gonna get there because I'm gonna take a trip to Buffalo where I've never been. But anyway, I want to start this because obviously you guys know that I've been a big fan of Wolfpak Clothing from the beginning, and you guys are both co-CEOs of the brand, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, we've been going since 2015.
2015. Oh, so since before I even knew you.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. So that means in a couple of years, it'll be a 10-year reunion for you guys.
Well, I didn't even think about that. Pretty soon. Yeah.
Damn. So, first of all, what got you guys started in the clothing brand, or like the clothing business, I should say?
Oh, really? We went to college together as well. And when he was a senior and I was a sophomore, we kind of came up with the idea we wanted to do something together. We didn't know what it was yet. And we had meetings weekly and discussed things, and we wanted to do a hat company. We were really big into hats. We have a collection, and we're like, let's make hats. Let's make our own hats. So that's kind of how it started. We found friends that could help us with it, and we developed Wolfpak right out of college, right out of our dorm.
Damn. So you guys were just like together. So wait, you guys went to college together. How close in age are you guys?
Slip is 2 years older.
Oh, really? Okay. So then I know you guys said you wanted to do a business together, but you were just like, let's do hats. That was the first thing you guys thought of, and you sent it?
Yeah, well, we discussed a bunch of things, but we really looked at each other and we're like, we collect hats. You know, we go out and we buy hats. We're not sneakerheads by any means.
Me either.
So we think we're more hat heads. I don't know what you call them.
It was honestly, it was just like the boom of the internet. Honestly, it like dates us at this point. But like, if you think about it, like, it was about eight 8-9 years ago where it was anyone could just sell anything they wanted online. It was like we were just slightly before like the rush of like everyone now has merch. Don't matter who you are, like pre-influencer, like everyone now has merch or some sort of a brand. It's like very, very normalized. Everyone can find it in their group of friends. But like at this point, it was just at the very beginning stages of that. And we kind of saw a lane of like, hey, we could probably utilize this social media stuff to like, sell clothes and see where it goes. And
Yeah, think about it in waves. How nowadays we all know someone who raps. We all know someone who podcasts. We all know someone who does clothes. We were kind of doing that wave when all of those things were beginning. Like when music was starting, like everyone's starting to become a rapper. Sean was making some music in the beginning. And then clothing, people are starting to make their own companies. We started, and we just never got into the podcast though. We love podcasts, but we never had our own podcast. But it's kind of like waves like that. I wonder what the next one is.
That was like me too. I never thought that I'd do it, like make a podcast, because I've always been like a big listener of podcasts. And my whole thing got started because I used to have people come drink in my garage, and my friend Lauren one day, we're hammered in my garage door up, just like watching the neighbors like walk by and stuff. She looks at me, she goes, you should start a podcast. And I go, you know what? I think you're right. So I ordered the equipment that night, blackout drunk, and here we are.
You're made for it though. You've always been a social media guy. You've always had a personality.
Well,
and you've always had that voice.
That's why you didn't sleep on the idea.
Yeah, I mean, you were a perfect fit.
I appreciate that. Cheers to that.
Cheers, man.
Slip, where's your green tea thing? We'll pretend there's alcohol in there. But so where did the name Wolfpak clothing come from? I love that, by the way, because I'm a big wrestling fan. I don't know if you guys are, but like there was like the NWO Wolfpak back in the days and stuff like that. Or like even like The Hangover has the Wolfpak. I just love the name Wolfpak.
I think it was just like a very natural gravitation towards like a family oriented brand. When you think of the Wolfpak, you kind of think about loyalty, and you think about having each other's back and like, being in a group like that. Us being family members, I think we just kind of, we were brainstorming ideas and names. We had all stuff across the board, and Wolfpak was an idea. And I think we just were kind of like in the process of looking things up and what was already trademarked and what was already out there, early stage stuff. And we realized there was not a Wolfpak clothing brand at this time. And to me, that just kind of seemed like surprising. It just kind of sounded like a household name to me.
Yeah,
and it
sure.
didn't already exists. So I was like, I think, obviously the branding around wolves, and it kind of gives us an idea of where we can do some design ideas, what we can do, and it all just kind of came together. Like it felt organic,
and it kind of feels like everyone can identify with a wolf, or whether you're a leader or just in the middle of the pack or just going with the flow or a loner. Everyone has their own kind of wolf in them.
I love that. Now you guys dropped the C in Wolfpak, right?
Yeah, we're just PAK at the end.
Yeah. So is there a certain reason for that?
Yeah, there's basically to differentiate ourselves. So there's the biggest Wolfpak is NC State, university. So they're Wolfpak with a C, and Wolfpak in general. I mean, when the examples you listed off, the wrestling, the Hangover, all of that would be spelled with a C in it.
To be honest with you, I like things in threes. Like I like 3-letter words in a pack. Like, we do a lot of stuff with pack, just those 3 letters. So I think there was a draw to that too. It's
kind of sounds like you see it, you remember it a little bit more. You see Wolfpak with the C, you're like, I know a bunch of Wolfpaks. You see it without the C, you're like, all right, that's the one. I remember that now.
It's different.
Yeah.
That's badass. So like when you guys first started the whole company, like, did you have a set goal, or you're just like, fuck it, let's see what happens?
I say in the beginning, it was fuck it, let's see what happens. We're still learning as we go right now. And we were really learning in the beginning. We just wanted to see our own designs out there and kind of do our own thing. And now we're kind of more like into trying to be more quality like oriented, and in the beginning it was like more trying to look the way we envisioned in our head. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you're making total sense.
Yeah, there's levels to it for sure. I mean, at one point we were just trying to see what we can do.
Yeah, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to find people to help us, and now we have like our own steady little group.
The short answer is we did not have any goals. We said, "Fuck it,
Mhm.
let's see what we can do with it."
Yeah, let's see if we're done in a year or if we're gonna still be here in 7.
So like, where do your mostly like your designs come from? Do you guys like create them like in your head and have someone make them up for you? You're like making the designs like.
Pretty much the first.
Yeah,
one.
that first one. We'll think of ideas and then we'll pitch our ideas to our creative friends that can put it into a computer design for us. And then they kind of bring our visions together.
That's badass. And so you guys are in Buffalo, right? Or like around Buffalo, close to Buffalo?
We're right in Buffalo, yeah. We live in a suburb, but we're 10 minutes from where the Bills play.
So like with your clothing brand and stuff, like running out of Buffalo, like have you ever had like, I don't know, athletes and stuff like that, like endorse the brand?
Yeah, but not really necessarily oriented around Buffalo. We've worked with athletes all over the US.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah. I would say our very first guy that we sent clothes to, his name is Nick Nelson. He was a pitcher in the single A for the Yankees. And it was kind of like he followed us, and I have that big Yankees page on Twitter. So we
we're going to get to that. I got that on the list.
So when we first sent him gear, he was super cool about it. You know, he's low key, he's humble. And it was like, wow, this is awesome. And then when he came to play close to us, he gave us tickets and to the game to go watch him. We're like, wow, this is our in. This is our into the sports industry. So since then we've grown and we became friends with agents all over, and a bunch of people want to, get free stuff too. So it's pretty easy to reach out to these guys, but we have worked with Buffalo guys as well.
Damn. Okay. So I thought I had no idea you guys were like dealing with like athletes all over the place and stuff like that, or people. That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
Way more outside the area than inside the area.
Definitely. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So like, can you think of like the most popular person that you've dealt with, or was that it?
Hi, Stevie.
Probably, Stevie Johnson.
Oh shit.
We did a collab with him. We made bandanas with him.
That's
He
fucking
was
sick.
probably our biggest, most well-known one, I would say.
That's badass, dude. Good for you guys. So, what would you say is like the hardest part of running a clothing brand?
Being 6 months ahead is like what it really like takes to be to have a consistent, successful brand these days. I mean, you got to be always thinking about 6 to 12 months ahead in designs and getting those things manufactured. And then once you have the ideas and the clothes, and you got to market it and brand it and come up with the names for everything and take all the photos. And it's quite a hefty process, and
it's challenging because you never know what's going to sell and what's not. And what we think is that what's going to sell better usually is the opposite. It's you got to nail down what sizes you need, because sometimes more girls want to buy this than guys, and we have bigger sizes and vice versa. And then timeline, like you said, our timeline's definitely a hard one to hit, because we rely on manufacturer, we rely on people making design, we rely on ourselves getting all that to them as well.
It's really the difference in what makes it a hobby, or if we wanted to elevate ourselves, being more on top of the timeline stuff is where we could and would attack for sure. Would be, we like right now, any successful clothing brand, any streetwear brand, whatever, they have the spring in mind. Maybe even summer. And great brands, the most successful brands in the world, are thinking already into the process for next winter.
For like a little heads up for people who don't like having a foot in the door with this industry, when we think of an idea, we're 4 or 5 months out from releasing that idea.
Pretty much. Most likely, I mean, we've expedited ideas and brought them to light soon, but they're usually the more simplistic ideas. But yeah, that's that's the hardest part for us is, you know, we live day-to-day lives. We're busy just like anyone else. So to be planning and executing 4 to 6 months in advance is difficult.
So like, are you guys like actually like printing the clothes and stuff like that? Or are you like outsourcing for that?
We're outsourcing.
Is that okay to ask? Or like, if you want me to keep it out, that's fine.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's fine.
I feel like
to do
a lot of
business
people do that,
too.
right? Like that's very popular in like the clothing industry.
Yeah.
So, so you guys think of a design, you have someone make it or whatever, and then you send it wherever they make it. And do they do the shipping and everything for you?
No.
Oh, so you guys do the shipping and shit.
Often we'll ship like wholesale product right to the print shop, tell them what we want through email, and then we'll get it from them. So
So they send it to you and then you ship it out.
Yeah, we'll end up with the finished product and we ship it out.
That sounds like a lot of work, man.
Actually, shout out our dad. Our dad is our logistics guy. After we get the finished product, all our products at our parents' house, and he ships out everything out for us.
What's your dad's
tell him
name?
what to do. Monty.
You say Monty?
Yeah.
That's a badass name, Monty. Yo, shout out Monty.
Yeah. AKA Papa Pack.
I love that, dude. That's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's one of the things I would say we do the best and that separates us the most is like when you place a order with Wolfpak, you can pretty much expect it at your doorstep within 72 hours at the latest.
Yeah, we'll get an order, we'll send it to dad, and then he goes and ships it either that day or the next day. So he makes our lives a lot easier. It goes out right away, and we tell him exactly what to put in there. He makes our lives a lot easier, saves us a lot of time.
Wow, so dad's a homie, huh?
Yeah, yeah. We pay him with a free shirt here and there.
We pay him with a free shirt here and there. I love it. That guy should be able to go through and say, I want one of these, I want one of these, I want one of these.
Exactly what he can do. Yeah.
He basically can, yeah. And it's
That's
all right
sick.
there at his disposal. He could take whatever he wanted.
Fair enough. Dude, that's fucking cool to have your dad like supporting you guys like that. That's sick. So what would you say is like your favorite experience so far running the clothing brand? That's a loaded question, I know. So if you need a second.
I'm sure we both have a different one.
That's fine. If you both have a different one, that's totally okay.
Meeting up with particular athletes, some of the experiences that have come through that is definitely, you could pick any which experience, but we've had some really cool ones. I would say for me, probably interviewing and getting to hang out and meet Levi Wallace when he was a rookie with the Bills. We got to do a 3-point shooting contest. So that was pretty fun, you know, and that ended up turning into the 3-point, because I won the 3-point contest. We got free VIP tickets to the home opener. So then we went and did that. We got to meet Josh Allen through that experience. So that's a pretty obviously exclusive and big opportunity that we're grateful for and excited about. And all, you know, that just happened through interviewing and getting to connect with Levi Wallace. So huge shout out to him. Big love.
Yeah, I'd say mine was probably working with Stevie Johnson. You know, I didn't grow up a Bills fan like he did, but I still really liked Stevie growing up. He was one of the coolest players, and watching him and being a favorite player turning into having phone calls and texting him about business and making a product with him, and like him calling his family and all that was like a crazy turn of events right there, you know?
Yeah, and that was my favorite player growing up, so it was pretty surreal as well.
Dude, they say life comes full circle, man. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, I mean, another guy, one of my favorite football players was a hometown guy, not from our hometown, but like a close area. He made it to the Bills practice squad and all that, and we followed his whole career. And he ended up buying something from us, and that was surreal to me because that was like who I looked up to, my favorite player growing up.
What was his name?
His name was J.U. Colquitt. He's a Michigan State running back legend.
Damn. Say that one more time because you broke up when you said his name.
Yeah, he was a legend with Michigan State. He was a running back. J.U. Colquitt.
Ah, there we go. That one didn't break up. Perfect. That's pretty fucking sick.
Yep.
Draft Top. The draft top was designed to give you a better all-around drinking experience, and let me tell you how. You take your draft top bar tool, put it on top of your adult beverage, give it a little squeeze, not too hard, a little bit of friction, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the right, and wha-bam. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see me demonstrate this. If you're listening, I'm sorry, you just got to hear me talk. But yeah, then you pop your draft top off, take this, push it down just a tad, and now your beer just became a cup. So forget about wasting plastic, pouring your beer can into a cup, into a red Solo cup, if you will. It doesn't matter because now your draft top just made your beer into a cup. So now you can chug your beer a hell of a lot faster. You can smell the aroma of the alcohol. The experience of drinking here is just so much better thanks to Draft Top. So go get yours now. I want you to have one, you want you to have one, and you can get your own Draft Top at www.drafttop.com. And don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 10% off site-wide. That's right. It doesn't matter what you get in your Draft Top cart, 10% off site-wide using promo code GarageBoozing. You know how to spell it. Don't be a fool. Buy your Draft Top right now. Treat yourself. You deserve it. All right, back to the show. So obviously you guys being from the area, you've been to Bills games, right? Probably countless, I would imagine.
Yeah,
So,
I've been going to games for years.
Are Bills like home game tailgating? Like, is it as crazy as they say?
In certain areas, if you want to go to the table breaking, like people on fired area, there's those lots. And then the other lots are crazy in a different way where they hand out all this amazing food to you. They're all great people. Even when you're wearing away uniforms, they still hand you free tacos.
There's an easy answer to that. It is absolutely, positively as crazy as they say. It depends what your expectation of it is, but it's a
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it's a crazy experience for anyone to get to be a part of. It's
something that Buffalo could never move their stadium away from that area because it would take away from the Bills culture and the mafia. And they're going to move the new stadium right across the street. So all that's going to stay.
That's badass. See, like I grew up my whole life. I was never really like a big football fan or anything like that, but my dad was always like a diehard like Buffalo Bills fan. And then like once I got to middle school, I actually started playing like modified football and stuff. And then I actually got interested in football. And then I got to high school and I was like, all right, now I kind of want to watch football instead of just play football. And I wanted to pick a team that like none of my friends were like a fan of, none of my family was a fan of. I just wanted to be different.
Your team's the Panthers, right?
Yes, Carolina Panthers, baby. And we suck this year and we've won 2 games and I want to keep losing. I don't want to win. I want to lose, but fuck it, whatever. But my second favorite team all day is the Buffalo Bills because I've actually kind of retracted a couple of times. I've said this a million times on the podcast that I think from day one, I should have been a Buffalo Bills fan because I fit the stigma of a Bills fan. I'd be jumping through tables all fucking day and Carolina's so far away from me. So they're a very close second for me. But where I'm going with this is like, as you said, so there's different sections you say, like if you're there tailgating. So like there's the get wild section if you want to jump through tables.
Yeah, there's a wild section. I would say it's called grass lot. A lot of younger crowd and crazy people over there. Then you've got like the Bills lots, people showing up a little bit later because they don't open up until 3 hours before the game. And then you got the RV lot where people are RVing and camping out and overnight. Rich people should. Yeah. And then you got the private lots and the private homes. So you can park at people's houses in the private lots, like the Hammer lot's a famous one. And that's where you'll see all the good food. They cook on a Pinto there. I don't know you know what Pinto Ron is.
No idea.
Pinto Ron before every game, around an hour before the game, he'll go out there and then they'll squirt him with ketchup and mustard.
Oh yeah, that guy. I was going to bring that up. That's him. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Pinto Ron. So he's in the Hammer lot and he brings all the other well-known fans of other teams in that lot as well. And a lot of former players and like celebrities will walk into that lot. So it's a good time.
So you're telling me that this guy's like obviously like local to the area and has to have season tickets or whatever.
I don't know the exact amount of years, but a long, long time. He doesn't miss any game, goes home and away. The only time he missed games was COVID when they didn't let fans in.
Does he go into the games too after getting doused in like Does he shower?
Gets hosed off and he goes to the game. He gets hosed. They just hose him off.
Is he making money doing this?
He does this out of the love, man.
He's a celebrity. He's definitely.
Oh yeah, every tailgate he's doing interviews with local news stations.
He's an NFL Hall of Fame fan. Like they recognize him, and he I don't know if he's making direct dollars, but I would be shocked if he wasn't.
They put
There's
him on
got to
the
be something. There's got to be
TV.
some type of incentive for him, right?
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely not an incentive.
I think he just loves it.
Yeah, he does this completely on his own. But I would just think at this point, with the Bills getting the national media attention that they are, and him being like our most famous fan, I mean, you know how the universe works. I would assume that equates to some fiscal dollars. I don't directly know anything about it.
You're
but
definitely a Barstool guy, right?
Oh, totally. That's how I found the guy.
So when Barstool came to the Hammerlot, they obviously were going to be invited onto the van. So you go onto a van to squirt the ketchup and mustard onto them. There's always the notable people that get to go on the van. So ESPN was there as well when Barstool was. And ESPN did not want Barstool anywhere around their footage. So they're like, yeah, can we have Diana Rossini go first? And then you can have the Dave Portnoy go on there. And the guys at the Hammerlot said, no way. He has to do the ketchup, and Diana has to go second with the mustard, because that's how we do it. Guys do ketchup, girls do mustard. We have a routine, a tradition.
That's how it works. Okay.
If that doesn't work for you, then you can fuck off, ESPN. That's just fuck off. No, they did what they said. They just followed in with what they said, and they called the shots. That was pretty cool.
So that's how it goes, though. So guys get ketchup and girls get mustard. It's not both.
I believe that is it. Yes, the guys squirt the ketchup, girls squirt the mustard. I hope I'm right with that, but I'm pretty sure.
You better be.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably know more than I do. So either way, that's fucking badass. So even if like is it only one? It's only the one guy getting the ketchup and mustard on him, or is it like anyone can walk up there and get sprayed?
It's the one guy they put
a guy and a girl on the top, and each spray they put
a bunch of people up there. They put a bunch of everyone they could fit on.
A couple of people.
Yeah, and then he just holds out a hot dog on a bun.
Yeah.
Then they squirt them all over, all glasses, all the way down, and then he eats the hot dog. And people take selfies when you can't see.
Now, if I were to go and like tailgate at a Buffalo game, like would I have an opportunity to like go up to this guy and talk to him?
Yeah, certainly.
Really? Oh my God, I got to do this because I would love to pick his brain and think, how the fuck did this guy ever even think of this?
Well, here's your ritual. When you first come to the Hammerlot, you go back, you talk to him, you try some of pizza out of a cabinet, you take the bowling ball shot, and then
bowling ball shot. What's that?
So they have a bowling ball and they put a shot in the hole. You take a bowling ball shot, like a shot out of a bowling ball, and drop it. That's just kind of a tradition there.
That's fucking sick. Oh, I didn't know I'd have the chance to talk to him. I definitely got to make it happen. I'd love to ask him some questions.
So yeah, it's as crazy as it sounds. Like right. Going back to a couple questions.
They don't get any more passionate than the Bills fans.
Ah, that's so fucking sick, man. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm definitely gonna make it happen. But all right. So my next question here is: so Sean, you started a music career.
Yes.
And you go by the name Slip Fish, correct?
Yes.
Where did that name come from?
Dude, I honestly don't really know. Truthfully, Slip has been a name that I've been being called since I was in high school. And I used to formerly make music under the name Slip Stones. And as time went on, I think I might have just been somewhere one time where we were throwing out ideas and names, and I attach all kinds of stuff at the end of, instead of fish, you could call me like Slip. If you could insert any animal after Slip, and I'll be like, yeah, I rock with that. So at one point I just heard Slip Fish out loud, and I was just like, I really like how that sounds. I really like how that feels. And, it just felt right to me. And to put into more perspective, Spencer was very like, I think you could say anti the name for quite some time. Like, yeah, and I wasn't making music. Well, I wasn't releasing music when I had this name, like this is my name. And I told him like, I'm Slip Fish. And he like basically tried to quietly and subtly talk me out of it for like probably a full calendar year of like, oh, you should, this name's cool, or this name, whatever, or like your old name was better, or this or that. And, you know, and through the test of time, it never really weighed on my confidence on it. And I was like, you know, I like Slipfish. Slipfish feels good. So yeah, I just like moved forward with Slipfish.
We entered a talent show once in college where he did his own reggae song. He wrote it out and everything, all original, and played it on a tambourine while I danced around. And it was Slip Lion and Bob Gnarly. And we didn't even place, but it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So you said the name Slip was given to you like back in high school. Where did Slip come from?
Yeah, my high school coach nicknamed me Slippery. I was probably like 10th or 11th grade, somewhere probably 11th, maybe, I don't know, somewhere in that time frame, he nicknamed me Slippery. And then Slip just kind of stuck for short.
Well, where does
People would call me
Slippery
that
come from? You have butterfingers, you slip on the ground, like
I want to
Yeah.
think it's because he was always kind of like mysterious, like sly, sneaky, slippery.
swiper, no swiping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like what is he up to? He's so slippery type. That's where I think
get it. I love that.
Yeah, it's maybe
So,
something like that.
So how long have you actually been like dove into music?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I released my first song in probably 2012.
Damn, so it's quite some time.
Yeah, that was
hiatus in between, but
yeah, that was under a different name, and you know, so I always kind of worked on music and wrote music and released probably like 20 or 30 songs from 2012 to 2016, somewhere in that 4-year period. Then
probably 2015.
yeah, then Wolfpak launched in 2015. So you'll notice there was kind of a little spot there where I felt like I put down music for a little bit and focused on Wolfpak. And that was probably from like 2015 to like 2019. So another 4-year stretch of like most of my creative juices going towards the Wolfpak. And then
Creative juices, I like that.
Probably like 2018. I was writing music the whole time for sure, bebopping around, doing different things. And I'd say probably 2018, I started to write music again. I'm like, all right, in my mind, I knew that I was going to do something with it, just kind of see it where it went. And I'm like, I'm going to hone in my skills. I'm going to work on my sound, experiment. You know, I started listening to different music and growing older and just naturally started to make different stuff. I was
the transition of my stud, how he went from the party music to what he does now, the good vibes music.
Just Mike.
You could say something similar to that for sure. So then I would say 2019, I started writing all the time. I was like, I'm going to do this. I got songs. I'm ready to go. And then I started recording, taking it seriously, you know, with the Slipfish alias. And 2020, I worked on music the whole year, recorded music. So I would say probably like the Slipfish sound and brand and what I'm doing right now probably began in the works of like 2019, taking it very seriously.
Just released his first song under Slipfish just like 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah, in earlier this summer I released one, and then
I pre-saved that, by the way. I pre-saved it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And then yeah, so I actually have a full-length project that's done, and I'll be making an announcement very soon about some details with that, release date, title, all that kind of fun stuff. So it's been a sound I've been working on for quite a while.
That's fucking sick. So like both of you obviously entrepreneurs, like doing the clothing thing, stuff like that. Slip doing the rap thing, like dude, like making music, that's probably so fun. Even making clothes for both of you, that's probably so fun. The hustle's real.
But its own like experiences with it too. It's like he got to open up for a lot of cool artists that we in turn got to meet through that and get free show entry because he was in it. So that was cool too.
Honestly though, what you're saying, it is a lot of fun to do, to actually like go into the studio and to make music is like the most fun thing in the world to me.
Now, like when you're making music though, you don't have anyone breathing down your throat that's like, you got to do this, this, and this. You're like, fuck it, I'm doing this, this, this my way, right?
That's exactly pretty much how it goes. But I especially think in the hip hop community, I collaborate a little bit differently with my engineers than I think most other rappers. So I go in there and like I have a hook idea and I have some verses ready to go, and then I just kind of develop the song and the feel of the song and little nuances like the bridge and whatnot while I'm in there, and like while the producers like kind of throwing their 2 cents and into it, and also like I try and make it a pretty collaborative effort, which I think has helped differentiate my sound and my vibe of hip hop compared to a lot of other people with from instruments we put into it and stuff like that. But I really just I have such an appreciation for how smart people are and how creative people are, and like I just want to implement as much of that energy into ideas of my own to create something that I would have never been able to do completely in here. Like I would have needed outside artificial intelligence, to really create something that I was like uberly proud of. So I've worked with some pretty talented engineers and that have helped.
Now, would it be all right with you if I sample like one of your songs for like 15 seconds here? Like, would that be okay?
Oh, that would be an honor. That'd be awesome.
Ah, what a dude. All right, so we'll sample that now. Bing.
Yeah. It's Slip Fish. Lay low, get high, stay fly on some G shit. Ran in the house, said you might not believe this. Last night I think I saw a UFO. But then again, shit, I guess you never know. My lingo's unique, so is my technique. I'm a one-star recruit that makes it to the league. Dressed like a cover athlete on a magazine. I should have won the talent show when I played the tambourine. Try and do way more good than I do harm. Let's try hard not to sound the alarm.
Dude, that's fucking sick, man. Good for you. I hope the music keeps climbing for you. I hope the fucking clothing brand keeps climbing for both of you guys. All right, folks, let me tell you all about the pump action shotgun tool. Whoa, there's a tool for shotgunning? Hell yeah, there is. So listen to this. The pump action shotgun tool, created by the Drunk Engineers. Love that name, by the way. It makes shotgunning a hell of a lot easier, and let me tell you how. So you're going to take your beer, and you're going to stick it right in the shotgun tool. Like this. Hold it like that so the air pockets are up here. And then you're going to give it a little squeeze. You're going to hear pop. Bam. Pop. But look at that. No mess. So right now the air pocket's right up here. And you're going to want to make sure you take this, push that down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the tool. Hold the beer can in place to the mouthpiece. Then you're going to put your mouth on the mouthpiece and shotgun. And boom, no mess. You can shotgun at the dinner table, family events, wherever you want with absolutely no mess. So forget shotgunning, slamming a knife right through. Yeah, not a thing anymore. Thanks to the pump action shotgun tool by Drunk Engineers. And you can get yours right now. So just log on to www.drunkengineers.ca. Don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. That's right, promo code GarageBoozing for 15% off site-wide. Go get yours now. Thank me later. Back to the show. Now, Spencer, I do want to ask you. So you've had that Respect to Jeter Twitter account for quite some time.
Yeah, about 9 years.
9 years. Love it. And you have quite the following on there, too. And you follow me. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I try to interact with everyone on that page and try to be a little bit different of a fan page where I share other people's opinions and interact and follow them and grow them as well. And I think other fan pages don't do that. And I think it kind of separates me from them. And I
was going to say, you're very interactive. You're very interactive.
Yeah. I think they enjoy that. A lot of times when you tweet at like a big page or a celebrity and they never acknowledge it, eventually people are going to stop responding to some of them. And I think they like to share their opinions and engage their conversations more. And I enjoy that as well. I like seeing everyone's different opinions all over the globe.
So what made you want to make a Yankee fan page like that on Twitter?
Yeah, so when I was a freshman, I was on a baseball team in college, and my captain was a big Jeter fan as well. And he always said he used to do certain things because Jeter did it. I used to knot my shoes because Jeter did, or I used to practice the jump throw in the mirror because Jeter did it. So the original handle was at because Jeter did. And I started it that way and just kind of didn't know what I was doing. And then when Jeter announced he was going to retire and it was going to be his last season, I changed the handle to respect to Jeter, and it was available. And it kind of just blew up from there. Everyone loved it. Not everyone was on Twitter like doing game play-by-plays and like sharing all the news and facts on there yet. And nowadays, like 9 years later, there's a lot of saturation there, and a lot of people do game play-by-plays. A lot of people became personalities on Twitter, and it's kind of hard to grow it now because everyone's starting to do their own thing. But it's
But I
still
feel.
fun.
Oh God, sorry.
Yeah, it's still a lot of fun though. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if you keep doing the interactive thing, man, like, you're gonna keep doing well. Like that, I see that Twitter page, like, it's fucking sick, man. Good for you.
And there's a lot of cool experiences came out of that too.
Can you give me one?
At a game. Yeah, I'll give you my coolest one. So I was at the Jeter Day for when they were releasing, they're retiring his number 2, and
You were there.
Yeah,
Sick.
family went, and a follower's like, "Hey, I want to meet up." I'm like, "All right, that's cool." Didn't know what he looked like. He doesn't know what I look like. I'm like, I'm wearing a Jeter jersey, like a million other people. So eventually we found him. He was a 50-year-old guy. He actually went to Fredonia State, which is where the area we're from, randomly. And he owned a company that gave out, like, he sells tickets. He brings people to games. He does game day experiences. So he ended up giving us 4 free tickets to Yankees Red Sox Sunday night in the Bronx. And he gave us a bus trip from Binghamton and back for free. And it was an awesome Sunday night baseball game. He gave us all that for free. And then I, in turn, helped him grow his Twitter page that would help his business sell more.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I guess this is a loaded question for both of you. Like, what's next for both of you? Like, do you have any other business ventures, or like you both focused like on the clothing? I mean, I guess you're both focused on the clothing thing, but separate. Like, what's next? Yeah, actually, for the clothing involved too. Like, what's next for Wolfpak, and what's next for both of you?
Yeah, we'll probably have a spring release, something real cool for Wolfpak. We had a pretty quiet 2022, and I think we'll probably end the year pretty quietly as far as new releases. And we'll start scheming and planning ahead for some real fun, fresh stuff in the spring. Like I said, I have a big announcement coming probably this week on a full-length project I'm excited about. So, Slipfish is going to have a whole lot of new music out before the end of 2022, working on some pretty cool stuff for 2023. I'm really excited about it. I appreciate the love and support on that. And that's my focus right now. Shit is a lot of work. I have a couple real close confidants in my circle that help me run things. My manager's name is Ryan, and Tommy Tet is the Wolfpak photographer. He also is like
Tommy Tet. I remember that name.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable artistic talent and just such a creative guy. And he's helped me so incredibly much with the Slipfish branding and art, from the cover art to a website to helping me shoot an album trailer. Like, just kid's unbelievable. And we've created some stuff I'm really proud of together. So, with them, we're all pretty focused on trying to grow the brand and get the music out there. Stuff in its project I'm really proud of. So,
and me personally, I don't really have any new plans of do anything in the future really, but I just recently started making some TikToks. Nothing.
I love TikTok.
Just having some fun TikTok videos, reviewing energy drinks, specifically Red Bulls, which is cool.
So where can I see your TikTok? Give me a link or an ad.
I'm at Energy Drink Expert.
He's the expert. Love it.
I've been drinking energy drinks for a long time.
That sounds healthy. That sounds very healthy.
But I've experienced a lot of them.
It's pretty fun. I think it's cool for him. I like that he's doing it. I get to film him, so it's I get to be a part of as well. I think you should check him out and give some ideas on how he can differentiate what he's doing and elevate the content, elevate the process.
Well, really, I'm just doing it for fun because I love drinking them.
Well, I think that's the fun part though, is you do things because you like it, you're passionate about it, and then you elevate your game. And that's that's the name of the game, right? That's how you got it. That's why we're here.
I always explain it to people with energy drinks is it's my way of getting high. Like the feeling I get when I drink an energy drink is how I envision other people when they get high. Because I don't smoke or do anything else, but when I drink an energy drink, I feel good like that.
It's a drug.
I feel like that.
Yeah. It's very much a drug. Just a very legal and socially accepted form of getting high.
Hey, marijuana's legal now, just saying. But
yeah,
all right,
I have no problem with it. I just don't do it.
No, hey, kudos to you because I'm a sucker for marijuana. Sorry, Dad. But
oh, Ray Rod.
Oh, Ray Rod, love it. Dad. Yeah, Ray Rod's mad that I smoke weed.
When Ray Rod's on there.
Yeah, Ray Rod's a man of the people, but he does not like that I smoke weed. Sorry, Dad. So where can we follow you both? This is the time to plug you both, plug Wolfpak, fucking send it.
We got a lot of different ads all over the place. Well,
I was saying, check me out on Spotify. Google Slipfish. Go to Spotify. Type in Slipfish. Go to Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you stream on. Type Slipfish in, and you can type Slipfish on all your socials. You'll see me. I'm at The Real Slipfish. REEL.
I noticed that. I was going to ask you that. Why is it REEL?
Come on now.
When you're fishing, it's called The Reel. The fishing reel.
Yeah, baby. Come on now.
That makes so much sense. Wow, and I didn't put that together before.
You're a wise guy too.
I know I'm a wise guy, but I'm also a dumbass, and right now I'm a dumbass. I didn't put those together. I get it. Wow, that's fucking sick. How creative, dude. Kudos to you.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped. I'm not so we can give this the garage boozing exclusive content. I'm planning on announcing and releasing my new website this week, and that's going to be www.therealslipfish.com.
Love it. REEL
slipfish.com.
Fucking love it. How creative. That's sick.
And then everything but TikTok is just my full name. Spencer Sticek, STICEK.
Love it. Except TikTok. TikTok was
energy drink expert.
All right, now plug Wolfpak for me. Wait, plug Wolfpak wherever it is.
Yeah, you can type it in anywhere. Wolfpak clothing. Wolfpak's WOLFPAK.
Yeah.
And Instagram, it's Wolfpak_clothing, and on Twitter it's just at Wolfpak clothing. But we're also on YouTube and Medium and wherever else, Facebook.
Wolfpakclothing.com, motherfuckers. That's
motherfuckers. Love it. All right. Hey, well, I told you guys I wasn't going to take too much of your time. I think we're at like 45 minutes at this point anyway. So hell of a conversation. We fucking sent it to the fucking moon. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Wait, what'd you say?
We bounced around combos.
Oh yeah. That's what we always do. I always do that in the garage. I'm already drunk. I've been fucking slamming beer since 7 o'clock. I had you guys here at 9, 10, 15, whatever. So I'm whatever. Bouncing around like an animal. Don't care. That's how we do here in the garage. And this was so short notice, it's not even funny. I think I texted Spencer and you too, Sean, at like, what was it, 7:30? I don't know what it was. And then we were here on the podcast an hour and a half later. So short notice, but I appreciate you both so much for coming on because this is literally the most short notice episode I've had. But I felt a little fruity. I was like, fuck it. I just want to film an episode. So here we are.
Hell yeah, man. Next up is a road trip and we see you in person. We need that electric energy around us.
Fuck yeah, I love that. I was just going to say next time we run it back, it's either you guys coming here or I'll fucking send it to Buffalo and I'll fucking jump through a table and get some mustard squirted on me. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
All right, boys. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. Right now it's what's today? Monday. So I got a couple days to edit. This will go live on this Thirsty Thursday. Love you both very much. And we'll see you nerds next week. Yo, peace out, boys. Thank you so much.
Hey, nerds, please don't forget the #1 way to support the brand. buy some merch. We've got hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and it's all available to you at www.garageboozing.net/shop. And don't forget to follow on all your favorite social media accounts as well as YouTube at Garage Boozing. And of course, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, whatever the button may be, to the Garage Boozing Podcast on your favorite podcast platforms so you can be notified as soon as a new episode is released.
Ladies, gentlemen, and nerds. Do you have what it takes to be a guest on the fastest growing alcohol chugging and nonsense talking podcast? Well, now is your chance. The Garage Boozing Podcast has new guests every week, and you could be one of them. Just simply log on to www.garageboozing.net, click the Be on the Show tab, and submit your information. It's that simple. Join the boozement, or be a loser. Don't miss your chance, because we're taking this to the moon.